Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Moon Colony live stream. It's nice to see you all. I hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. It is Wednesday. We are halfway through the week, slowly getting towards the end. But today I've got with us Alex Pascenko once again, one of our lovely art directors. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm doing good. Thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing good. So I think we had you on a couple of weeks ago, I think, didn't we? I can't remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was that we had
did
you
some
doing last time.
character design stuff for
Oh,
one
that was
hour,
it.
I think.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
But we're bringing you back again today to do a bit more Fallout fan art. We had the other Alex Alexandrov here a few weeks back, who did a ghoul for us from Fallout, but uh, we got Alex to do to do Lucy today, who I think is that's the name of the main character from the TV show. Um, ha-
Yeah.
have you watched Have you watched the show?
Yeah, I did,
Yeah, you did.
luckily,
Yeah.
because I never played the games. So that was just my first interaction with
Mm.
that franchise. I watched some controversial YouTube video about the company who did that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
that was
Bethesda.
pretty interesting. Some stuff. Um, how
Yeah.
how they marketed their franchise or the game.
Mm.
Kind of failed, but yet it didn't. It seems still popular. But I
Yeah.
love the show. I mean, the way it was done was just amazing. They
Hmm.
set up a pretty high standard for the visuals.
Yeah.
It looked really good, really inspiring.
Yeah. No,
Did you watch it?
um, I, 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 I keep meaning to, and it keeps slipping back in my schedule. I have so many other things that I'm doing outside of work that it just keeps falling to the side. But it's on my list. I also need to resubscribe to Amazon Prime to watch it. So
Oh no.
yeah,
Okay.
but that's fine. Um, but yeah. Hello, Melissa in the chat. Hi, Kathy Arts, and hello, Flaffy Boy. They say how you doing? Doing good, thank you. Doing good. I hope you're all having a good week so far. Um, hello, Perpetual Pairs as well. Nice to see you again. Sometimes when I'm reading out people's usernames, it only kind of sometimes there's like a moment of realization when I realize that some people's usernames are just interesting, like perpetual pairs. So how do you get to that? But thank you so much uh, for watching. But if you'd like to join us in what we're doing today, then by all means, we would love to see whatever fan art you guys can come up with for the Fallout show, and let us know if you enjoyed it as well. I know a few of you watch the streams quite regularly, so I'm sure you've heard us talk about it before, but I'd like to know what you think. Um, hello Nancy, nice to see you as well. I don't know how it happened. Perhaps it came to me in a dream. Oh, it's a good name anyway. Oh, you just finished watching Fallout last night. Awesome. What did you think? Oh, you're just starting with a few, getting some ideas down, Alex.
Yeah, I'm just haven't been drawing for a
Yeah.
long time, and I'd like to warm up at least for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
just to get the feel for the character.
Yeah.
Lucy is the main one. I really like like the whole cast of the series.
Mm.
Her face looks pretty interesting. She has those high cheekbones and
Mm.
pretty big eyes. So if I even try to draw them realistically, but a little bit stylized without shading, they might look like manga eyes or something. So it's yeah, quite interesting. Try to get the feel for that
Yeah.
and figure out the code, the likeness. I try to do. I mean, I don't have. I didn't set a goal. I was browsing through some references. I have some ideas in mind I'd like to go for. Hope
Mm.
they're not too ambitious. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to get a feel for drawing and the character.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, we were talking a little bit before the stream started about how you haven't you haven't really done much drawing for yourself in a while. So,
Yeah, just doodling a little bit, but
mm,
not much.
yeah. Uh, Art Knight said a live action adaptation of Fallout New Vegas would be really cool. Yeah, yeah, it would be amazing. I've heard everyone loves New Vegas. I I played it and I kind of got like a few hours in. I think I might have got to like the New Vegas strip, like the street, and I think that might have been where I stopped playing it. I have a bad habit of picking up games and then dropping them after a few hours. Um, Hello, artist level 1. Welcome, welcome. I hope that your name, like, I hope your name changes as you go up the levels. Nancy says, honestly, I like that it was a show that felt like it didn't take itself too seriously. It was pretty enjoyable, and the ending does make you want to find out what's going to happen next. Oh, amazing! So I need to watch it because I hear good things, and like the visuals look really nice as well. I think the costuming looks incredible, especially with like the big Brotherhood of Steel. I don't know what you call them, like armor sets.
Yeah, it has a little bit of dark humor in there
Hmm.
and quite some gore. I was missing it. It kind of had something like some movies from the 80s and 90s, some splatter movies, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
At some point, like something towards not that extreme, but yeah, like the last time I had a feeling like that, I was like when I watched From Dusk Till Dawn again.
Oh,
But
nice.
maybe I'm just exaggerating.
I don't know if I've seen From Dusk Till Dawn. It's, it's oh,
Yeah, I've
it's
seen From Dusk Till Dawn 50 times, I think.
oh, it's the I think I've seen it. It's the one with Tarantino in it. I'm looking at pictures
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, I must have watched it a long time ago. Danny Trejo as well. Um, Artist Level 1 says also very cool poster concept, Alex. Yeah, it would be a cool poster actually.
Yeah, we could do something out of it, maybe.
Hmm.
I have one idea, so thanks a lot for getting me that mood board together.
Yeah, no worries.
I was asking, um, Jaden, so he got me some,
Hmm.
and then I was thinking, okay, what is this? I mean, it's pretty clear, right? But then I
Hmm.
had just more questions. This was pretty interesting. I mean, it has that kind of 50s pinup style. That's pretty
Yeah.
smart. I think I'd like to go more into that. I like that Coke. Seems
Hmm.
like a running gag from the game.
Yeah.
It's like Nuka-Cola, and that hat here appears in the story in the series.
Hmm.
So my idea was having Lucy on some kind of rocket with a gun flying, but not too much in a pinup pose.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, not too much focusing on that. Maybe a little bit more on action and a cool perspective. And if there's place, I'd like to put some other characters in there. That's the thing. And let's see about the background, because if I'd be too lazy for a background, I can just put in a couple
Yeah.
of symbols in there, and it might work nicely. Let's see about that. Um, so
Yeah. I think that's cool. I think that's something that's quite nice about the um a lot of the aesthetics in Fallout. I feel like are quite minimal, so you can kind of get away with that minimalistic style. Like all of
yeah,
any brands that are in the Fallout universe, like Nuka Cola or like the Pit Boy and stuff like that, are all very simple, but absolutely iconic. Perpetual Pear says, "I love how Alex sketches. It's so fluid and full of texture." Yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
Still have no idea how to put the poses. I think the most. I mean, there's so much challenges,
Mm,
especially coming up with a nice pose. But yeah, the easiest way is just to start doing thumbnails, not focusing on
mm,
details, more about yeah the simple stuff, just
mm.
not about the outfits. At least talking about the outfits is it's pretty tough. I was looking for some full body shots in each scene. She has some
Yeah,
different costumes. In the end, like parts of the costumes are ripped off, but I never found a decent full body shot.
yeah,
So the cool thing is some other people might have researched a little bit better, found some statues. So that might be helpful too. And this
mm,
looks like a 3D model
yeah,
from Fallout 4 game. Might be helpful too.
yeah. I remember when I was putting the
Right.
mood board, when I was putting that mood board together, I was like, I would really like a full body shot, but I couldn't find, I couldn't find one either. The best I could find was that one from behind. But has
And
anyone? Oh no, you go, you go.
yeah, I mean, just want to say, like,
Mm.
this guy, this super armor thing was flying in the series, but I wasn't able to find how he flew again. And then I just found some kind of screenshot, and it looks like he had a jetpack, but I don't think he had a jetpack in the series. He was flying like Iron Man. I don't know about that, but
Man.
I won't be too technical or too true one to
Yeah,
one on that.
yeah.
Just saying.
I can't even remember what the I can't even remember what the armor is called now. Power armor, that's what it's called. Um, let's see if I can. Oh yeah, it is just like a in the games. It is literally just like a jetpack modification. But yeah, they might have changed it for the show. But has anyone in the chat gone back and played Fallout since the show came out? Maybe if you've never played it before, or if you're replaying it. Because I know Fallout 76, like the MMO, got loads of new players straight after the show came out. And I always thought that game was already kind of dead. But apparently not. You haven't had the time nor chance to. I feel that. I feel that. I don't trust Todd Howard anymore.
Who's Todd Howard?
Todd
Is that
Howard is Todd Howard um is he like the lead designer on a lot of Bethesda's games? I don't know what his like official title is. Or like he might be the game director or something like that. But
Mhm.
he basically was the game director or designer on like Skyrim, Fallout, the new sci-fi one they've done, Starfield or whatever it was called. Um, but yeah, so he basically came up with the Elder Scrolls series and Fallout and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Mm. I've never played Fallout, but it definitely looks interesting. Seen little clips of the series here and there. Yeah, a lot of people really love the game series. I mean, a lot of people say that New Vegas is the best one. Uh, 1 and 2 is a whole new ball game. It's like an isometric RPG, which is interesting. Like point and click RPG. Stefano asks, ideally, how much time does Alex usually spend looking for references before you start painting or drawing?
The longer the better.
Mm,
Like maybe 1 to 2 hours is fine. For any project you don't know, to like have 1 to 2 hours
mm,
should be fine. But also I was looking at some, I mean, YouTube videos. There was a compilation of the most funny or iconic moments from Lucy. That was pretty helpful.
mm,
Made me remember the series again, what kind of character she is. So she's pretty naive, so naive that it's funny. So when she
yeah.
comes out of the vault, like the people just changed on the surface, and the way she interacts with them is pretty funny. Like there was a guy asking for water, and she was like, "Yeah, you can have a sip." And he just drank the whole bottle because water is like gold over there. And she was just kind of shocked that he did that. And she was just too nice in the beginning. But it's a good character development throughout the series. She changes a little bit.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I mean the 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 lore of the Fallout universe is pretty funny. Like the uh, the idea of the Vault Dwellers is really interesting. Um, like in I think Fallout, I think the first Fallout game, um, it's like it's super old now, so I don't. I mean, I'm not worried about spoiling it, but they like you get sent out of the vault into the wasteland to find like a new water pump essentially, or to like fix the water supply, and you go through the whole game doing that, and then you go back to the vault at the end and you're like, hey guys, let me back in, I fixed the water supply, like I can come back and live with you. And they're like, no. Like, no, you're corrupted, you're like you're dirty now, you've gone outside, you have to stay there. So you went through the whole game like your character just expecting that they'll be let back into this vault, but no. It's great. I don't know what the series covers in like the backstory of the Vault Tech company, but it's pretty cool. Uh, in my opinion, what's the best Fallout game? It kind of depends because I there's aspects from there's aspects from a few that I really like. So I love the start of Fallout 3. The start of Fallout 3 is really cool because you start off as like a baby living in the vault, and then you kind of grow up. Like the prologue is you like growing up in the vault, um, which makes you really appreciate the difference when you leave. Uh, whereas in Fallout 4 and New Vegas, you don't really get any time inside a vault. Like New Vegas takes place well after the nuclear bombs have dropped, and you're not a vault dweller in that game. You're like a postman essentially, or like a courier. But then they say that New Vegas has the best story, so I don't know. I liked what I played of 3. I've never finished 1, but I've liked what I played of 3 the most, I think. Arknight, the Vault is a giant social experiment to discover how people behave when put underground for long periods of time. Well, it is, but there's like a million different vaults, and they all have different experiments running in them, which I think is really interesting.
So you played you played the games?
I played some of them, yeah. I say I never finished them, so
Okay,
it's
cool.
I have a similar thing with Dark Souls, for example. I have every Dark Souls game, but I've never finished any of them.
Wow. Not one of them?
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So for some reason, I own all of them, but I've never finished them. And it's similar with Fallout. I own all of the Fallout games apart from like there's a few spin-off ones that I don't have, but I've got all of the mainline ones, and I've never finished any of them. I know quite a lot about them, but I can never stay invested in them enough to finish them. Like the desert wasteland kind of environment is not really my thing. Like, I can appreciate it, but after a while of gameplay, I'm just kind of bored of it. But you said you haven't played any of them, right?
No.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't finish games. Lots of like some of the best games are open world games. Still stuck with Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh
But I
yeah,
feel like I don't want to finish that game because I know once I finish it, it's over.
it's over. Yeah, yeah,
I won't get back because that was like the feeling when I played Breath of the Wild. I just spent so much time, and then I got to the last dungeon and boss, and after it just became like an endless loop. Like I got stuck
yeah.
in time. Every time I reload, I'm just in front of that last boss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That that's something that kind of annoyed me um about Breath of the Wild was that you know you defeat the boss, and then when you reload it to do the rest of it, it's like, no, you never defeated the final boss. It just you don't get to see the world after you've defeated it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Agree.
Um, Perpetual Pear says it's always sad when you finish a game and you can never play it for the first time again. Yeah, yeah, it is. There's certain games like that. For me, I think one of them was most recently. It was probably Alan Wake 2. I loved that game so much that it's really sad that I will never be able to play it for the first time again unless I lose my memory somehow.
Oh, so did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished Alan Wake 2. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that means something, huh? That's
Yeah.
the best promotion you
Yeah,
can do.
exactly.
Like if Jaden finished the game, it must be
Yeah.
really good. I heard that game didn't do pretty well for some reason. People say it's because there was no hard copy and it got some fans disappointed.
Yeah, I think there's a few reasons. So, um, I think so. It still hasn't made back the budget that they spent on it. But I know that I know that the developers who make it, I think it's Remedy. Let me double check. Uh, yeah, I know that Remedy aren't like worried about it. They're like, well, they didn't do a physical release. It was only released on PlayStation, so they haven't got like a PC market for it yet. I'm assuming it's going to come out on PC at some point. Um, but uh, but yeah, it's a great series. Like the people who have played it will tell you that it's an incredible game and totally worth whatever price it is, like 50 euros or whatever. Um, oh, Emra's here. Hi, Emra. Sorry, late to the convo. I'm a massive fan of Fallout 1 and 2, the original ones. Yeah, I was mentioning those earlier. They were really difficult. Uh, I don't think the following games ever matched the feeling of the originals. Yeah, I tried to play Fallout 1 and it was an experience. I don't know if I even ever got out of because you start off uh I think you start off already out of the vault. You're in like a cave. And I don't know if I ever even got out of the cave because the rats kept killing me in this cave. But I've seen like a few video essays about the first two games, and yeah, the atmosphere seems really incredible. What games have you finished, Jaden? Can you give us your top three games that I've finished? That's difficult. That's a really tough question. Uh, I mean, one of them is going to be Alan Wake 2. That game is a masterpiece, and I will stand by it. Um, Other games that I've beaten, top three. Tell you what, I'll throw out Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. I love that game.
Wow,
Yeah.
cool. Agree.
Hmm.
Good memories.
That game is incredible. And for a third one, it's hard for me to even remember games that I've finished because I have finished quite a lot, but it's just a matter of remembering them. I'll get back to you. Can you think of three, Alex? Your top three games?
Yeah. Resident Evil 1 GameCube remake
Nice. Yeah.
is my number one
Hmm.
because it still kind of holds up.
Yeah.
And those tank controls is what made the game difficult
Hmm.
and interesting. So I don't want better controls on that. I don't want anything to be done with the graphics. It's fine as it is, and I'd
Yeah.
play it again. Just the loading times for the doors could be faster.
Oh yeah, you have to sit and watch the
I
door
mean,
open.
even in the remake, it took its time. I don't get it. And then I even bought it on the Switch, like an import, and it still took time. I'm like, what the hell? And that really got me frustrated. I didn't want to play that game because of the doors. Because you can't take 20 years. We have AI now, people. We have AI. It's doing the thinking for you, but you can't, make the door loading time better.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
gotta say, it's still a little bit older, that port on the Switch, but still, it's
Mm.
annoying. The second one is, yeah, Breath of the Wild. It's just, it's a great game,
Hmm.
absolutely. And the third one, yeah, well, I mean, there's so many games, but
Yeah.
it's maybe some kind of an indie game, but it was called Sagebrush. It's some kind of an.
Sagebrush.
It did cost me like $5 or something. It's a pixel graphic, um, ego perspective,
Mm.
some kind of horror mystery game where you just walk around on a ranch and just observe stuff, and it's getting darker and darker. And every time, like the more time you spend there with the story and the atmosphere, you feel like something's about to happen, and your heart rate goes up. I mean, that game just takes you 3 hours or something, but
Yeah.
I won't forget it. It was pretty cool, pretty
Mm,
smart.
yeah.
So,
Oh, actually, you just
oh, but like one last thing is also Fortnite. I have to admit, I was playing Fortnite a lot. That game is just it's insane. I
yeah.
mean, the graphic and how addictive it is.
Hmm.
So I had to delete it from my hard drive.
You had to just remove it from
I
your
mean,
life
I was
entirely.
collecting all these nice skins that
Yeah.
felt like they were just made just for me, you know. But I mean, I don't think they were just made for me. That alien skin,
Mm.
that Terminator T800 skin, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's everything from my generation. I mean, they really know how to get your money.
Yeah.
Yep.
You actually reminded me when you were talking about that indie game. You reminded me of actually one of my favorite games that has come out in like uh, the last 5 years. Um, One of my favorite games is like an indie game called A Short Hike. Um, a short
Short
hike.
hike.
Yeah. And it only takes like an hour and a half to finish this game. Even less time if you're really if you're really just blasting through it. But essentially, the whole concept of this game is that you are you're like on a vacation and you're you don't have any cell phone reception, so you have to like hike up this mountain. But like there's so many cool characters there's so many cool characters that you meet while you're going up this mountain, and you're talking to people and you're doing like side quests because you're a kid in this game. You're like a kid, so you might bump into someone and they're like, "Oh, race me to this like cabin or something." So then you race them. It's like super wholesome. It's like a really really wholesome game, but the atmosphere is just perfect. It really captured that atmosphere when you're a kid on like a summer vacation or something like that in like a forest or whatever.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Could
Mm.
you write it down maybe, or
Yeah,
just I'd like to check it out
yeah,
when I have some time.
yeah. It's like a top-down game, and you play as this like little bird character. It's pretty cool. It's like I say, it's super wholesome. I'll send you a link on Discord, but I'll also drop a link in the chat for people if they want to take a look. Um,
Cool.
but yeah, it's really nice. Similar vibes is a game that came out a couple of years ago called Little Gator Game. Very similar vibes. But I just I'm a sucker for games that capture that like childhood energy.
Oh wait, I forgot. Actually, it's Resident Evil. Then it's Link's Awakening
Oh yeah.
on the Game Boy. And I also played the remaster, but it has a
Mm.
special place in my heart. Link's Awakening. It's number two, and then third one is Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
Just to correct it.
Yeah.
Um,
Three. So there's two Zelda games there.
yeah, I'm a big Zelda fan.
Yeah.
Love it. It's a great concept to
Mm.
have an adventure mixed with that exploring and the way it's like the humor in there and the characters.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. One of
And the
what?
music.
Oh yeah. The music's incredible. Yeah. Um. I like some of my earliest memories is playing Twilight Princess on my parents' Nintendo Wii. And I
Your
remember,
parents had a Wii.
yeah, yeah. My grandparents had a Wii. Everyone, like I'm telling you, man,
That's
it was nuts.
wow.
Yeah. Um, and I remember my sister getting really mad because I overwrit her save file.
Oh shit.
So she spent she spent like eight hours or something in this game, and then me as a child just went in and just deleted it and started again. But I blame her for not telling me. I didn't know any better. It's looking like you're honing in on some ideas.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the second one is just similar to this one, but and I need to be a little bit faster. So playing with some. I think this is not bad. It doesn't work like this. Anyhow, one honorable mention is I actually like the underdogs, of course.
Hmm.
So when a game comes out that's not AAA but really captures me, it's a great find. I'm always happy when I
Mm.
find some gems.
Yeah.
One of them was The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa.
Oh, I think I've
It's the
seen
most, it's such a weep game.
that.
So I think it's so funny because the guy who made it is a Russian guy,
Hmm.
and he had no artist for the sprites, and he
Oh.
kind of convinced his father. He tried to, because his father was like some kind of bum, or not a bum, but jack of all trades, but he
Mm.
wasn't good at anything in
Yeah.
particular and had nothing to do. And he was like, "Hey, Dad, do the sprite animation for the fighting scenes." And his dad was like, "No." Then he talked to his mother, and the mother convinced the dad somehow. So he really did learn all that craft and did that game. That's amazing. It has some kind of lo-fi soundtrack as well.
Hmm.
It's pretty short, but it's like if you know from back in the day the games River City Ransom,
Oh yeah.
something like that, but with the quite of a better graphic, a little bit more advanced.
Mm.
Um, or maybe like Yakuza, the Yakuza titles. So something in between and pixel art.
Hmm.
It was amazing.
Man, I, I love that. I love stories like that that only come from like indie developers. It's like, oh yeah, I had to convince my friend or my dad or whatever to do this thing for me.
Absolutely right. It sticks, you know.
Yeah,
So I'm not surprised I didn't forget about it because it's just yeah, pretty cool.
yeah. I know when I was when I was at university, I remember me and my friends uh we would do game jams. So we would make games in like 48 hours or 72 hours or whatever. Um, and there was a few times when one of our other friends would drop in and we would be like, "Oh, while you're here, can you quickly record some music for us?" And they would they would join us for a few hours and write a little soundtrack for our game jam game. It was oh, it's memories like that are just really special, I think. Jaden, I highly recommend you to play Firewatch if you liked a short hike. I so uh, I would love to play Firewatch, but I feel like the experience has been ruined for me because uh, I know I know what happens in that game like beat for beat. So I feel like a lot of the experience might be lost on me. I had a friend who basically told me the whole thing, which was not cool or fun, but it seems like a really nice game. It seems like a really interesting game. Yeah, I won't do the same thing to you guys, but it does seem interesting. Don't know, Alex. You might like Firewatch if you haven't played it already. It's quite a slow game though.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
it's another thing I'll have to send you a link to, I guess.
Firewatch. Is this some anime or something?
No, it's a game, but it's quite slow paced, but it's really interesting. It kind of it's like a mystery, uh, an atmospheric mystery game. I think is how I can say it without giving too much away.
All right, cool. I can tell you one game that I really didn't understand.
Yeah.
It really pissed me off. I mean, I couldn't, and it's fine, but I'm still thinking about. I mean, I'm surprised how so many people can love this game,
Okay.
and I totally understand. Like, this might be the point, you know, different people, different tastes, and it's all good. It's beautifully made. I love the design. You know, I even bought a hard copy. It's called,
Wow.
I know how it's called, but you have like you're on this island and you meet friends there, and you can go fishing, and you take a loan,
Oh, Animal
and you
Crossing.
can build a yes, exactly. But there's a limit to your day. Once the limit's over, you can't do anything. There's nothing more to progress. And like, what am I doing here? What the hell am I doing here? And the next day, it's the same, just like 1% more things to do. 1%. And the rest, like for 1 hour, I'm running through that island looking for what I can do, and there's just nothing. And
Yeah.
I'm so frustrated. I think it's more hardcore, more frustrating than Dark Souls and all that stuff. It's Animal Crossing is the real hardcore game.
I feel like I feel like you might be the you might be the first person to have ever called Animal Crossing a hardcore, more hardcore than Dark
For me,
Souls.
it is. Yeah, absolutely. I stick to that. I mean, nothing freaked me out more than this game. It got me so frustrated. It's insane. But yeah, I love the art style.
Man, Animal Crossing is how do I describe Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing is interesting because it's basically a simulator where you do chores every day. Um, it's like, well, I've got to go and say hi to all my villagers, and I've got to pick up all of the weeds in my town, and I have to go and pay my boss, who also gave me a mortgage. uh, so yeah, I totally get it. I think a lot of us. I grew up playing Animal Crossing quite a lot, so for me, it's kind of um, oh, sorry. For me, it's kind of comforting, in the fact that it's really monotonous, like it's really repetitive, and there's only so much you can do in a day. But
Absolutely respect that. Hats off.
yeah,
Hats off, man. You're so skilled. I mean, I admire that. I
yeah.
mean,
But to be fair, even
really
for
cool.
me, like I know people who are like still playing the newest Animal Crossing, which is like how many years old now? 4 years old at this point, and they're still playing it. Like maybe not every day, but every few days. And I'm like, how do you still have things to do? Like, how are you not bored yet? I get bored of it after like 6 months. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this now. Um, Nancy said it's true. How can I pay off my mountains of debt to Tom Nook when I run out of weeds and bugs to sell? Yeah. I don't know, man. There is something nice that the whole Animal Crossing community is joined together in a hatred for Tom Nook and capitalistic his capitalistic ways. But honestly,
I mean,
the older ones were like I think the older Animal Crossings were a lot better because they kind of had a lot more fun with the concept as well. Uh, like some of the villagers, their whole personality was that they would just abuse you the whole time. Like you would go up to speak to them, and they'd be like, "Wow, you look terrible today. Like you dressed really ugly today." And it's like, "Cool, thanks, guys." Whereas now they all kind of have a very similar personality to them. So there was something cool in the old versions. Uh, Tom Nook is too greedy. Yeah, well, he's a raccoon, isn't he? And their whole raccoons' whole things is that they're thieves and they're greedy and they're scheming.
they are. I watched a documentary about raccoons living in capital cities,
Yeah.
and they all have like cavities, if that's the right
Oh
word.
yeah, yeah,
Like lots of it. They suffering of they have gained too much weight.
mm,
It's hard for them to move.
yeah.
They just and they sip on alcohol. I mean, the next thing they need to do is just doing some gambling, and they're
Yeah,
done. Like,
start smoking and doing some gambling. Yeah. Oh my god. That's funny but tragic at the same time. It's like,
it is.
uh, what have we done to the poor raccoons? It always reminds me of the Ghibli movie. Uh, what's it called?
Pompoko.
Pompoko. Yeah, yeah, where it's just like the raccoons they just start killing people.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I just never
I just
forget the first time I watched that movie. I spent the whole thing just in amazement. I was like, No way is this what's happening right now." They storm the building site and just I think they kill like three people. It's insane. Just letting you know, we're coming up to about an hour.
1 hour.
Yep.
Wow, and I just feel like I'm finally onto something.
Yeah.
But yeah, time passes when you
Hmm.
draw. I think
I say we can always bring it over into a second one. That's not a problem.
okay, cool. I think I can still explore something
Yeah.
a little bit if we have some time left because I think I have an idea here.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not sure about the post and everything, but this could be something. I like
Yeah.
that angle.
Actually, you guys asked about my top three games, but I'm curious what yours might be. Um, especially you, Art. Like, since you asked me, I'll flip the question back onto you because I can't be like I find it really difficult to pick just a handful of games that are like my favorites. Nancy said Plants vs Zombies. Damn, that's a classic. Easy. Dark Souls, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Mass Effect. Nice. I can get behind Mass Effect for sure. Mass Effect is amazing. Ooh, Dragon Age Origins might be one of mine.
Is it the third part?
No, Dragon Age Origins is the first one.
Oh, okay.
Um, that game is so good, so good, and it's a crime that it's not very well optimized for current PCs. It's an absolute crime because man, if you haven't played it already, it's worth wrestling with it to get it to work. Um, Red Dead Redemption 2, though, yeah, I liked Red Dead Redemption 2. It might have been a bit too long for me, but I did finish it and I enjoyed it. Uh, Mel QI, your favorite games are Solitaire and Minesweeper. Yeah, you got to respect the classics. Stray was really good, definitely a new fave. Cool. Yeah, Nancy, I think I played a bit of Stray. It was really nice to
That
control, actually.
cat cat game, right?
Yeah, it's the cat one. Yeah.
Cool.
I was really impressed because um, it felt really nice to control. Like as weird as it sounds, it felt like you were controlling a cat. You know, like it was just very smooth. Uh,
Yeah, it's great.
mm,
I like the idea that you were able to play a cat, like a
mm,
real cat, and I think this trend pops up a little bit more often. Or maybe,
yeah,
I mean, I think I've seen a trailer that had the graphics of a really modern flight simulator, pretty realistic, where you just fly a bee through the garden.
oh yeah, I've
Or
seen
was
that.
it an ant? I don't know what it is. Maybe there was a game about a bee, and now there's going to be a game about some swarms of ants. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That way you can maybe learn something about your
yeah,
environment. It's more exciting than watching, um, like watching a documentary, maybe, because all of the documentaries I see or I used to see at a certain time was all about sharks.
yeah,
But that was in a day and age where um, the TV was around.
mm,
So
yeah,
anytime I zoomed into the TV, there's a documentary about, guess what, sharks, white sharks, tiger sharks, street sharks,
yeah.
everything.
Well, the US has that thing, don't they? It's like a whole month, I think, related to sharks or something like that.
Oh, is that so? Wow, really?
Yeah. Oh no, it's
Thanks for
Discovery.
enlightening me. Now it makes sense because I thought that's just
Yeah,
why.
Discovery Channel has a thing called Shark Week where they just have like a whole week dedicated to shark-based like documentaries and media, and it's very. I don't know why, but uh, but they do. I am terrified of sharks. I hate them. I think um, they're awful. Like whenever um whenever I play a game and it makes me go underwater, it doesn't matter if it's like underwater in a cave or underwater in the ocean, underwater in a river, in a swimming pool, whatever. I get like anxiety in case a shark shows up, even though there's like, like I don't know. There's very little chance that a shark is going to show up. It always just terrifies me. When I was a kid and I played Far Cry 3, man, there was a part in that game where you had to go and kill a shark for the main quest, and I was terrified the whole time. It's so weird. Um, when the Sci-Fi Channel marathons Sharknado 1 through 8, yeah, yeah, I think that Shark Week thing has become a lot bigger than just the Discovery Channel. Like I know it's just a very USA sort of thing. Man, that sketch is interesting. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out different leg
Mm,
possibilities, directions, and just searching for something and until I found
yeah,
my answer.
yeah.
Uh,
Let me see
but
what.
yeah, I feel like with the pose, finally, I'm getting closer to something.
Yeah.
Even though actually, it looks like I'm at the start, but yeah, we have some time, so this one
Yeah.
here I can take a little bit further. Uh, I try to nail down the pose,
Hmm.
perspective is there, and yeah, some details, and then I will take care of the face.
Nice.
Right.
Let me see what other people said, what their favorite games are. Journey was a fantastic game. Journey was. I played. Uh, I played Journey for the first time maybe last year. I was super late to the party, but oh my god, that game is an experience. I don't know. Did you have you played Journey, Alex?
I always wanted, isn't it from the same developers who did Abzu? No,
It might be.
do they? I mean, it looked similar, could be, but I really liked Abzu, so
Yeah.
I think Journey came out before that.
Uh,
Yeah, I'd play it.
yeah. It's really interesting. And it has a great like online component that when I played, I thought that it would be totally dead, but it actually isn't. There's still people playing it, which is oh so good, so good. It's from that game company. Is that literally what they're called? That that game. Oh wow, that is actually what they're called. Amazing. Oh yeah, so it's a different developer than Abzu, but it's I think a very similar vibe.
Hmm.
Uh, let's see. You were talking about good stories earlier. Keep playing through Stray. There's a lot more to it than just being a cat exploring the city. Yeah, I need to go back to it. This is my problem. I just get bored of things so quickly. I end up just like putting them down, fully intending to pick them up again, and then never getting around to it. Um, Currently, really enjoying V Rising. Favorite game used to be Red Dead Redemption 2. It's inching into Baldur's Gate 3 now. I don't think you would be alone in Baldur's Gate 3. A lot of people love that game. But I didn't play V Rising at all. Um, it's a survival. Is it a survival thing? V Rising. Yeah, it's like the gothic vampire survival thing. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things. Uh, it's part of a group of developers with confusing names that make fantastic games. That game company, From Software, Hello Games. Yeah, exactly. I think Hello Games are making a new one recently. They're the people that did No Man's Sky. Yeah. Yes, they did No Man's Sky, Last Campfire. But yeah, their new game seems interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing more about that. I doubt they will. I doubt they will overpromise again, like they did with No Man's Sky at the start. Did you ever play that, Alex?
Which one?
No Man's Sky.
Nope.
No,
What's happening in there?
it's um, it's one of those like sandbox survival kind of games, but you have like a spaceship and you can travel around like the whole universe and land on any planet you want and like explore it and build bases and stuff on it, and things like that.
No, I
Um,
don't think so.
mm, when
I
it
think I won't.
Yeah, when it came out, they overpromised a lot of things, but they have.
It came out recently, right? Like this year or
Oh no,
last
no,
year,
this
something.
came out.
No.
This came out in like I'm gonna guess 2015,
Okay.
2016.
Now I know it's okay. So they were super ambitious. They wanted to create this super huge world, and then they kind of delivered something broken,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
even worthy of a
it's
beta or something, right? And that
mm,
had people
yeah,
concerned.
yeah. But since then, they've definitely made it really. They've made it really good. Since then, they've just been putting out loads of free updates and stuff. Like
Oh,
they've been they've done a really good job with it, honestly. I think
so
they
so so you'd say it's worth to play it now, like
yeah.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah. They did
Man,
like a
that
cyberpunk.
really sucks.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, why people don't just take more time because they're
Mm,
doing so much just because they want to release something a couple months earlier,
mm,
and in the end they still have to uh, spend 1 year to recover their reputation with their 3 months earlier release.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
just doesn't make sense. But
I think they had a lot of pressure from, the like maybe the publishing side of things, but who knows? Uh
yeah, um, Metal Gear Solid was 4
ooh,
was also a great game.
yeah.
Just saying, as I remember, Metal Gear. Yeah, that was great.
Which one
Loved it.
which one was 4? Was that Snake Eater?
Nah, that was 3, I think.
Ah,
4 was like
oh, Guns
oh,
of
I
the
forgot about
Patriots.
it. Yeah, right. That was it.
Oh, I didn't play that one. Um I played Metal Gear Solid 2. That was probably my favorite one. Which
Yeah, I just played
was
number 4,
Oh,
unfortunately.
you only played
But
4?
yeah, I just kind of jumped into. I played it with a friend. He had Metal Gear Solid 4. Always
Oh,
loved the
wow.
designs, but I think a long time I was just a PC gamer and
Mm, yeah.
Nintendo gamer. I never had a PlayStation
Mm,
um, for long.
yeah. I know I think Katie Katie who Alex who works here at Moon Colony, I think she's a big
Hmm.
Metal Gear fan.
Oh, cool.
She seems to know quite a lot about it. I think 2 is I played 2 and I played 5 and that's about as much as I've done, but they seem really cool. Complicated and confusing, like story wise, but cool.
Yeah, but I also like the humor in
Hmm.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe you could call it a little bit childish or Japanese.
Yeah.
Um,
Like there's the
a
guy.
little bit something on its own, but it's funny for
Yeah.
sure.
There's like the ongoing. There's like an ongoing joke with one of the characters in the whole series that he just like he keeps like he keeps like uh he keeps ruining his pants. Let's say it that way. Um
Yeah, right. Okay, I remember something.
yeah, there's like an ongoing joke with that character. Like every time you see him, he, he ruins himself. He soils himself. But yeah, the comedy is good. But Metal Gear Solid 3 gave us one of the best game songs ever with Snake Eater. Oh, that that is amazing, amazing song.
Okay, so I have a sketch now here, but I'm
Nice.
not 100% sold on it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to exaggerate. I really, I'm not there yet. I really want to exaggerate the motion much more,
Yeah.
like some extreme anime perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it is. I mean, at least I didn't spend much time on the details.
Yeah.
I got to somewhere. I
Yeah.
think actually the first sketch I did was the best one, and I should have followed that because it's closer to what I would like.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe did some kind of collage. Maybe I would have had fun to draw the face of the ghoul.
Yeah.
Put that into the composition somehow.
Mm.
Have a little bit of an atomic fungus smoke here in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe some kind of this the super armor guy here in the side view. Maybe here, just put it somehow into the composition.
Yeah.
This could have worked, but we would have Lucy 2 times in there. That might have been confusing. Should have replaced Lucy.
You could have put
all right.
the dog in the corner or something.
Sorry?
You could have put the dog in the corner or something.
Yeah, the dog is awesome. But yeah, it's funny. Often I find like the first idea you put down is the best. But then you want to figure out, yeah, maybe there's something else. But most of the time, after a while, you figure out that you can and should trust your intuition more.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least I know what I want, so I just put now my favorite sketches next to each other and would draw them again with a different brush.
It's funny. I was always taught at university that you should, 99% of the time, like throw your first idea in the garbage and and keep and keep digging for gold. But when it came to me and my friend's final game project, we actually made we went with our first idea basically, and our lecturer loved it.
Great, see?
Yeah. So it's like, no, sometimes your first idea is a good idea. Like, it just needs to be
But
built on.
it's like that idea that sparks it, you know?
Mm,
If there wouldn't be any kind of motivational, exciting vision in your head, something you can't maybe fully grasp, but explain maybe in a sentence, that might be already enough.
yeah.
So, right. How much time do we have?
About 45 minutes.
45.
Yeah.
If I could get the gesture down, that would be cool.
Sure.
Maybe next time I could refine it.
Mm-hmm. And I said dog meat is the best character. Yeah, the dog is amazing. I don't know if the dog has been in every game or if it was just in was it just in 4? I don't remember. Someone here will know better than I will. Dogmeat is the name given to your canine companion in each of the Fallout games. It's not the same dog, but they're all great. No, yeah, okay. I just didn't know if you got a dog companion in all of them or not. I can't remember, but I guess you do, which is nice. I love it in is it Fallout 4 where you can get a super mutant? Yeah, Fallout 4. You get a super mutant companion who's a big dummy. Oh no, he's the smart one. There was a it's Fallout 3, I think, where he's a big dummy. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, Strong. That's the one in 4. And then the one in 3 is Forks. And we're going for a more like extreme perspective on this one.
Is it really that extreme? I don't know. But
Well, I
it's
think
going
more
somewhere.
than before, I think. Unless
Yeah,
it's just because
okay.
it's bigger. I don't know. You're the artist here, Alex. I'm just a casual observer.
Yeah, hey, you know what's really challenging? It's fun if you here's the thing, like if you go over other people's work, you always know easier what to do and you know how to improve it.
Mm.
With my own work or your own work, I can do it on the go. It's quite a difference, however, if I would just stop at a certain point, go out for an hour, or just see it the next day,
Yeah.
come back to it with fresh eyes, and I immediately see and ask myself, like, how the heck was I even going on for 1 hour when I did already mess it up long time ago, and it's just so obvious.
Yeah.
But a fresh perspective is just
Hmm.
important. So that's why today I just pretty happy when I just have a pose.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm happy with, and I really kind of yeah constructed. It's a little bit a hard one. It's
Mm.
not easy to find reference. It it's quite unique to me, and yeah, has some difficult twists. I still need to make it look fluid yet not broken.
Mm.
Quite a challenge, so it was the biggest challenge today, and yeah, I mean, it's good. So I don't know if you see it, but there's a hat she has in the series. She's carrying a hat, so she will be holding on to that hat and holding the gun in the right hand,
Hmm.
riding on that Coca-Cola bomb, and maybe I can squeeze in a couple of faces left in there. The background, because it's a desert, it's going to be easy. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe just clouds with a little bit of some haze might be
Hmm.
enough.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I feel like the face is going to somewhere, not perfectly there, but maybe there's some likeness. I think.
Hmm.
I do think so.
Yeah.
Actually, also at this stage, since I'm going through this hot brush style now, I can um, feel already some colors to help me navigate easier.
Yeah, I was when I was watching, I was thinking, I was like, is that a head? I was like, I think that's a head.
It is.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like they adapted it. They adapted it pretty well. I think, if they took it too seriously, then it would have been, it wouldn't have been as good. Then I think you have to kind of be a bit dark humored about the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed to pick colors from the references. I just need some kind of values to help me. Later on, I can still tweak them
Yeah.
and bring the colors closer together.
Mhm. Frank VR said it was a good adaptation. I was worried there would be a lot of fallout if it wasn't done well. But Tish, very good, very clever, very punny.
Yeah, even I got that pun.
Yeah.
It's good.
I really wish that drinks companies put more effort into their bottles now. After looking at that Nuka-Cola bottle, it looks awesome.
So after that stream, I think I go to the gas station nearby and get myself a cool drink.
Cool, yeah, cool
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Cool Coca-Cola. Pepsi is also available. Oh yeah, are you more of a Pepsi or a Coke kind of guy?
Coca-Cola for sure. So here's the
Really?
thing. When I drink Pepsi, I feel it in my teeth. It's kind of not
Oh.
healthy. I mean, for me, it's something like I immediately, when my teeth hurt
Hmm.
and they're pretty sensitive to white sugar, and if I have like brown sugar, well, not that brown sugar, I think cane sugar, that's the
Hmm.
word if I translate
Yeah.
it, that's pretty fine. So I think there is a difference. I mean, there is a nobody can tell what's exactly in Coca-Cola, but my taste can tell you it's for sure no white sugar. So that's why I drink
Okay.
Coca-Cola. I'm pretty certain of that.
Oh, that's interesting. I
How about you? You sound like you're more the Pepsi.
I am. Yeah, I am. Um, I don't know. What is it? I don't know. I feel like I feel like Pepsi has like a nicer balance of flavor to me. Like it's sweet, but it's like a nice level of sweetness. I don't know how to describe it. Describing taste is difficult. But yeah, I'm more of a Pepsi person. But I guess I'll drink Coke. Um, Frank says Coca-Cola originally had cocaine in it, uh, thus the name Coca-Cola. This makes me wonder if Nuka-Cola is radioactive. Yeah, Nuka-Cola totally has like uranium sprinkled in it or something. Also, could you imagine being the Nuka-Cola company and finding out that there's a nuclear Armageddon about to happen? You know, you could market that so well. The marketing team must have had a field day. 'Cause, 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 Man, there's a lot of information about Nuka-Cola uh, on the Fallout wiki. It has a list of ingredients. So the ingredients list is carbonated water, sugar or as- aspartame, caffeine, phosphoric acid, citric acid, caramel coloring, potassium benzoate, and natural flavorings. So uh, there is nothing radioactive in there, but uh, it does contain 120% of the recommended daily sugar intake. So there you go. It even says that due to the intense consumption, it can cause Nuka-Cola addiction because of the amount of sugar. Your body just becomes addicted to the sugar. So there we go. Now you too at home can make your own Nuka-Cola. Congratulations. Whoa. I think you're right. When you said at the start of the stream, you were saying about um, how interesting of a face the actor of Lucy has. I think you're
Yeah,
right. It kind of I think she would make a good like Alita battle angel. You know?
right.
Do you know what that is? I'm assuming you do.
Of course, it's a
Yeah.
cyberpunk Bible. Why
Yeah,
shouldn't I? I mean,
I was like, if you don't know what that is, then I'm concerned. But
I do. Thanks.
uh, but yeah, she looks like she would be a good actor for Alita. Ella Purnell. Oh, they were in Arcane as well. The Nuka-Cola recipe is too much power for a single mortal to possess. Oh man, that reminds me of one of my favorite videos. It's like a potion seller video, and it's so dumb. Potion seller, I require your strongest potions. You cannot handle my finest potions. It's ridiculous.
Said that. Where's
It,
that from?
it's just this video. It's like one guy, and he has a filter over his like webcam that manipulates his face shape. So like the potion seller is him putting his head in one position that manipulated his face one way, and then the other guy is him moving his head somewhere else. But it's just so dumb. It's literally this guy begging a potion seller for his strongest potions, and the potion seller is like, "No, you cannot handle my strongest potions." And then he just has a breakdown. Like this guy's just having a breakdown with himself. It's ridiculous, but it's funny.
All right.
Um, I'm sending you so many links, Alex, to things at the end of this stream. You've got like uh, I,
Awesome.
you've got 2 games and a YouTube video to watch. So uh,
So after this video is over, you can't post anything in that chat, right?
what in the stream chat?
Yeah, it's done. It's over.
Yeah,
So,
it's over. Yeah.
okay,
I
good.
think so.
I see.
Yeah, but I've sent you all these links on Discord. So But if anyone else would like to see the potion seller video, I will put it in the chat because it's very funny. Either that or I just have a weird sense of humor, but me and my friends absolutely love it. The real question is, whose head is that?
This guy. I don't
Oh,
know the
my
reference.
camera
Maybe
was in
not
front
yet.
of it.
He was alive at some point. Do I have? I mean, this is his hand,
That's his
I
hand.
think, as well. So, but I need to see. Did I have his face somewhere? Nope. Ah, well, there it is. It's this guy, I think. Okay, that helps.
Amazing.
Well, the glasses did really help.
Yeah.
I think I give him the glasses back.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's only polite to let him keep his glasses. I do kind of love them, though. I mean, he's got like the Harry Potter glasses going on. What a legend.
Yeah.
So we've got about half an hour.
Perfect. No blood.
Did you say no blood?
No blood. I try to give some. I think no, that's not. I don't like the aesthetics here. Let's get that likeness of the face in some kind of cartoony style. Oh, that's quite a low res. I just make the resolution a little bit bigger now. Yep.
What resolution do you normally work at?
The whole screen here is big. Wait. I don't know. Like quite a high res. I like to. I mean, my screen resolution is 4K, my full screen. So that's what. I mean, I have a Cintiq Intuos, right? So I actually directly draw on the canvas, and this really helped me because I was a hopeless in-zoomer or zoom-in guy that spent too much time on the details.
Yeah.
But I mean, I zoom into faces now or hands when it gets a little bit tricky, but yeah, it helped.
Oh, that's nice. I've seen adverts for a tablet that you put paper on it, and while you're drawing on the paper, it transfers it over to the digital version as well, which is interesting.
Sure.
I
But
don't.
yeah, I mean, that's the problem because most of the paper is not suited for drawing.
Yeah.
There are certain ones that are a little bit better than others. So.
Also, I have no idea how that works when you want to undo something, because you're like, you erase it on your paper, and then I guess you have to then undo it as well on your like PC or whatever it is, which sounds like it would be annoying. The guy who wants to buy the potions looks like Megamind. I love this. Yeah, it's funny. I'm glad you liked it. I'm just
It's
tidying things up.
quiet in here.
Yeah,
Too quiet.
I was focusing. I was like engrossed in just watching you cleaning up all of the lines and stuff. But yeah, I think I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna turn out really cool, you know.
Yeah. Now I'm just correcting. So the iris, even though there's some perspective, um, one was bigger than the other. I try not to make one eye bigger. Now I'm seeing it. It's just maybe 9%.
Hmm.
So also her eyes in the reference aren't that wide apart, so I need to check it. But at least I can clean it up a little bit more. She has some prominent, rather prominent eyelids as well, which make her eyes a little bit bigger even.
Hmm.
Need to make sure to draw them in.
I can see what you mean by it kind of uh it has the potential to look borderline anime with the big eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, one thing is that my style went into a little bit more cartoony
Hmm.
anime
Yeah.
direction personally when I doodle some stuff.
Hmm.
Um, so I think it's gonna be fine if it's stylized a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with stylizing it.
Be great to yeah, well, that's just, I mean, that head, just looking up, okay, that could be the best reference.
Mm. Yeah, she has quite big eyes, and like lower lids are really prominent as well.
Yeah, exactly. Let's try to get these done. I think the coloring will help more here in
Mm,
this at this stage.
yeah. Yeah, because at the minute it's still very flat. How does it feel like getting back into drawing again after after so long?
Slow, but I figure out, hey, I missed it. It's
Yeah,
fun, but drawing takes really lots of time,
yeah, it does.
and yeah, it feels great. I'd
Mm.
love to spend more time on it because, like, I think most stuff you've seen from me was like this doodles.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the highest quality I was able to do on the streams in 1 hour.
yeah,
Um, but with with more time, it will look different in the end.
yeah. I think that's something that um, when we've had some of the other art directors on as well, it's they've all been like, yeah, I almost forgot how much I actually enjoyed just the process of drawing something instead of instead of critiquing other people's work.
Absolutely feeling it. Yeah, agree.
Mm. How long have you been an art director for now?
Um, well, there was some time before Moon Colony,
Mm.
maybe a year and a half,
Hmm.
something around that, when I was working in collectibles.
Okay, cool.
And I'm like at least 1 year and a half in Moon Colony, it feels like. So around 3 years, I think.
Cool. And before that, were you like, um, were you sort of concept art or just
Yeah, I was
illustrator?
doing illustrations and concept art mostly for figurines.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, I did some concepts for statues.
Mm. No, that's really cool. So it was like collectible statues and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
um, worked on Star Wars, Spider-Man's, Batman's.
Oh, that's fun.
Um, worked on even even Zelda and Mario and Capcom and Darkstalkers. Lots of fun IPs,
Yeah, that's cool.
and created some compositions and
Hmm.
poses for these statues. That was pretty challenging,
Yeah, I can imagine. A lot of
and
different styles to work with as well.
yeah, and so if you like if you work in collectibles and bring out a statue, there's no patch after that. You can't fix, like, if you do like classic one is your character has the sword in the right hand
Mm.
or in the left hand and you did it in the right hand. Fatal mistake. Imagine it's getting, produced and it costs lots of money.
Yeah.
So you really have to pay attention to detail, and I think in that area I would spend not 2 hours but the whole day researching. Imagine, actually, I remember when I did some concept for a statue of Yakuza
Hmm.
3 or 4, 6, I don't know. I never played that game, and oh boy, did I had to do, like, what kind of weapons should he use? I had to Google through Reddit, figuring out what fans think of what was the coolest or most ridiculous. I mean, he was fighting with a frozen swordfish.
Yeah.
there were, I mean, stuff like that. And then you have swappable arms, swappable faces on the statues, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot of fun.
Also enjoy about concept art, and especially the collectible business. It's most about the idea and composition, so you really don't have to spend lots of time to do a polished illustration that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's much more important that it makes sense. So you kind of have to reduce it to its core
Yeah.
somehow. I mean, there lens flare, like no lens flare overlay is gonna really help you there. Or great rendering is not necessary if the pose and composition is there. Yeah, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I think I even yeah, I worked. That's why I bought Animal Crossing, because I worked on some Animal Crossing figures. Man, it was fun working on them. They look so wholesome,
Yeah.
so nice, so cute. Like yeah, I understand. It's like the psychology of getting. It's like a safe space,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I guess, like getting to that island. And so does this design look like. It's pretty smart.
Mm.
But I've been spending lots of time analyzing well in that field, different styles and genres, animes,
Mm.
and so like the one of the most craziest, the most skilled, like you won't even. I mean, if you spend enough time, like if your job forces you to study Nintendo artwork, you'll be so amazed how damn perfect everything is.
Yeah.
There is not one tangent. There has never been a tangent, and like in any illustration of Nintendo, like no matter how many characters they had, uh, but I mean, and even like there's some niche knowledge about why they decided, like there's some complementary colors for Luigi, and
Hmm.
it's not Peach but the other princess. What's her
Daisy.
name? Daisy.
Daisy
I
Fusion.
think they even have the same kind of highlights, and like they have some similarity in their eyes.
Mm.
Means they belong together, but you won't recognize it if you don't zoom in. While Mario and Peach have something slightly different in their eyes. I can't remember what it was, but alone
Yeah.
that fact, like these Easter eggs and that simplified design they put in, is just amazing. Yeah, okay, now I nerded out a little bit. But hey, I love talking about that. It's fun. That's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even draw anything. Okay. Um,
No, that's really cool though.
we should.
Like, a lot of the time when I think of those like collectible figurines, I always think of the 3D work that goes into it. I never really thought much about, the concepting phase. For some reason, I just kind of thought, well, yeah, they get a character and put him in a pose or whatever. But it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a way how you can approach it. I mean, you can have, but after a while, it gets repetitive.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there are some poses some 3D artists can do or copy, but if you have to think, like there were some figures I've seen, some Asian ones. I thought were genius because you were able to pose them in a certain position, and if you turn them on their head, they make a different pose, but it kind of makes sense. I don't have to sample, but just even coming up with that was pretty cool. So you can decide like how to place your figurine, like turn it upside down, and it still kind of works and maybe gives the whole thing another meaning.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a figurine from The Legend of Zelda. I have a figurine of Link, and the pose he's doing is is interesting. I'm not like a massive fan of it, but he's basically doing like a he's like blocking with his sword.
Hmm.
And I don't know, man. It just looks kind of strange. It doesn't quite look
You
right.
know which company it is?
I can find it. Not done. Zelda Link figurine. Do-do-do-do. I think it's. Is it a Twilight Princess one? Mm-mm-mm. I can't find it. Oh, it might be if. Let me see. First 4 figures.
First 4 figures.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, that's the company I worked for, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Funny.
I think it was one of theirs. It's hard to say. I can't find the thing, which is weird.
But maybe it's an older. Maybe that was before my time there.
Possibly, I bought it in like what 20 uh 2014 maybe 2015. No, actually,
Oh,
probably
okay.
probably about 2016ish. I should think, but it might have been made long before that.
Yeah, I think there are some more on the way.
Yeah,
Might
maybe.
look nicer.
Yeah. It's a good figure. It's just like someone commented on the pose, and it wasn't until someone else mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, I guess it is kind of weird.
Oh yeah, jeez. You can't hit everybody's taste,
Yeah.
but the collectible people from like who collect these, they are really picky.
Yeah.
They're really picky. I remember like we had the perfect face for some kind of Capcom character, and they're like, "Nah, this looks horrible. We want more of this. We want more of that." And like making everybody happy is almost impossible.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Actually, like it was like the whole team said, "Hey, that's good. We go with that."
Mhm.
And the fans just hated it. But
Yeah.
yeah, the rule there is just make it look as close as possible to the 3D model.
Yeah, because then they
Then you're
can't.
good.
Yeah, they can't get mad. Yeah, it's like, well, it's what it looks like.
But it gets really complicated when the game is older with PlayStation 2 graphics, and the official art on the cover is also 3D but looks done like in Cinema 4D and much more complex and
Yeah.
different. And yeah, like you need to figure out where and where to go, or maybe even find a middle way.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh, I found it. Yeah, it was a first 4 figures one. It was a Skyward Sword. Uh, Skyward
Sweet.
Sword figure.
I haven't, unfortunately. I have Skyward Sword, but I stopped playing it because of the controls.
Oh, the one on the Wii. Oh no, did you get it on the Switch?
Yeah, I
Oh,
have it on the Switch.
yeah, I did the same thing. I got it on the Switch, and I was like, the controls are just terrible. It was better on the Wii.
Yeah, and I had the Wii, but because of the certain movement, I don't know,
Mm.
was it um it, I just after a while I think I had some tendonitis,
Yeah,
and I'm an
yeah,
artist, and I had to stop that crap. I mean, why should no,
yeah,
thanks,
yeah.
no, never again.
Twilight Princess on the Wii was a lot easier because you could just swing it a little bit and it didn't matter. Whereas Skyward Sword, you had to be quite precise. Like enemies depended on uh, enemies would block you if you hit from certain angles and stuff like that. But yeah, I did the same thing. I was really excited, so I bought it and then I played it for like 2 hours and was like, I can't get the hang of these controls. But I remember I also had it on the Wii when it first came out, and it came with a CD with like orchestral version of the whole soundtrack on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know.
I mean, I remember it like I was waiting for the GameCube. I mean, they announced the new Zelda like before the GameCube came out, and then the GameCube came out, and I've been waiting for 5 years for that game. One time I was just, busy with something else,
Yeah.
and I kind of missed it. And then I wanted to play it. It was still wasn't out on the Wii, but it was
Mhm.
hard to get, and I had to buy it on eBay.
Mhm.
I mean, I think, and it was like 70 or $80 on
Damn.
eBay, but I was able to play it on the GameCube. Yeah,
Man.
really, really great game.
Yeah, Twilight Princess is amazing. I played Twilight Princess on the Wii, and like 2 years ago, I replayed it on a GameCube and was really confused. Or like it was really jarring because in the Wii version they flipped the map. They well not just the map.
Oh yeah,
They flipped
right.
the entire game um, to be the opposite, to make Link right-handed instead of left. So if you play the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, it's the total opposite way around. Like it's like a mirror version of it. It's super weird.
Yeah, right. I remember a video about that.
Yeah.
So before the newest Zelda, the latest one came out,
Mm.
I was watching people coming up with theories about the Zonai and
Yeah.
everything. So you see some architecture in Breath of the Wild. This is an indication that it could be about the Zonai. The Zonai tribe is even like, and it's connected to this and that was just pretty exciting. I really liked
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people who were like, "Oh, this looks like the symbol that Midna used in Twilight Princess in the
Hmm.
Twilight realm," and blah 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 blah. And I was like, this is fun. Like how accurate it is, I don't know, but it's fun.
Yeah,
Oh man, nearly nearly at time.
yeah, we did it. Okay. Um, how much time do we have? 2 minutes?
Yeah, yeah, 2 3 minutes. It
That's
doesn't matter.
awesome.
It doesn't matter if you go a couple minutes over if you need to, but I am getting hungry.
Yeah, I need a cola, cold Coke.
Yeah.
Just maybe I can just get some light in there. All right, that could be almost the layout. Just
Nice.
need some other guys, and yeah, absolutely take care of her clothing.
Hmm.
So this is something I had like this is a style I wanted to go for. I had to stop it sometime,
Yeah.
but this is like where I wanted to take it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, basically that's it. But it was fun. Hey, thanks for the invitation. It was super nice to draw for 2 hours. Really great. Thanks for everybody else for hanging around here.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you so much for coming along. And as I said before, if you want more time to finish it off, then we can arrange something for that. No problem.
Cool.
Um, but yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for watching and hanging out with us today. It was nice to see you all. I hope you enjoyed. I, as I said yesterday, I'm also going to be here tomorrow and Friday. We had a stream pretty much every day this week, aside from Monday. So I will be here tomorrow with with Leone. We have Leone back tomorrow. It's been a long time. That man has been absolutely off his feet with work to do. So it'll be nice to have him back for a little while. But until then, thank you so much, Alex, for doing this for us. It was
Sure
great to
thing.
have you, and thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Stick around. I'll find someone for us to raid. But thank you so much, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.